This is my math homework number 9, Thursday. For the very first one, it says write in an equivalent fraction. So what we can do is divide both the numerator and your denominator by the same number, which is going to be the number 5. And 5 divided by 5 is 1. And 15 divided by 5 would be 3. So 5/15 and 1/3 are equivalent. Another thing you could do is multiply both of them by the number 2 or 3 or 4. It doesn't really matter. And 5 times 2 is 10. And 15 times 2 is 30. So we know that 10/30ths, 1/3, and 5/15ths are all the same, just written differently, so they're all equivalent fractions. For number 2, it says Miss Rivera has art for specials every second day, and Miss Sunshine has art every 9th day. When will both classes have art on the same day? So Miss Rivera has art every second day, so it goes 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and 14. And then for Miss Sunshine, she has art every 9th day, so it goes 9, 18, 27, 36, and so forth. Now, when they have it the same is when they have a matching number. And if I add more to Miss Rivera, 14, 16, and 18, then we know that they have a matching day on the 18th day, because that's when they both have 18. For the third one, we're going to find the quotient. So the very first thing we do is we move this decimal 3 times over to make that 9 thousandths into a 9 whole. So it goes 1, 2, 3. So now it looks like this. And for the inside, we have to move it 3 times as well. 1, 2, 3. So that becomes a whole number. So then our math problem just looks like that. Just looks like a regular division problem. And then we can solve for this. 9 cannot go into 7. I'm going to erase this part right here. 9 can go into 76 8 times, because 9 times 8 is 72. When we subtract that, we have 4. We bring down the 6. 9 can go into 46 5 times, because 9 times 5 is 45. When we subtract that, we'll get 1. We bring down this 8 to make it 18, and 9 can go 18 twice, and then we'll get 0. And our answer, which is the quotient, would be 852. There's no decimal at all, so we can just leave it at 852 as our quotient. For the next one, it says Jennifer has $5.55 in her piggy bank. She decides to split it even among her 5 brothers and sisters. How much money will each sibling receive? So she's going to split up. That's when you know it's going to be division, because dividing is when you try to find groups. And you can divide it by 5, because there's 5 brothers and sisters together. And that's going to do the math. 5 can go into 5 ones. And that will give me 0. Bring down the next digit is another 5, so you can go into once again. Bring down the next digit and it's a 5 again. So it'll be 1, 1, 1. And just make sure you put the decimal right there, because there are 2 numbers behind the decimal. So every sibling will get $1.11. For the next one, it says solve the following. We're just going to multiply normally. Here's 98 times 5. I know that 5 times 8 is 40. Carry my 4. 5 times 9 is 45. Add 4 would be 49. And then we have 1 number, 2 numbers, 3 numbers, 4 numbers behind the decimal. Now we want to have 3 numbers. So we have 1, 2, 3. So we need another one. So all we need to do is put a 0 in the front. And our decimal goes there. And then if you want, you can get rid of the 0 on the very back. So it would be 0, 4, 9, or 49 thousandths. For the last one, it says Rosalind has $25.65 in the bank. She purchased a new shirt for $10.83 and shoes for $8.96. Then she babysat, making $20.35, which she added to the bank. How much money does she have in the bank? So you can do this in 2 different ways. You can first add up how much money she spent. So let's go do that first. Here's $10.83. Add that to her shoes, which is $8.96. 6 plus 3 is 9. 8 plus 9 is 17. Carry the 1. 1 plus 8 is 9, and the 1. So we know she spent $19.79. Now what we can do is add her original amount, which was $25.65. Add that to how much she earned from babysitting, which is $20.35. And this is how much she has in the bank in all. 5 plus 5 makes 10, carry the 1. 1 plus 6 makes 7. 7 plus 3 makes 10, carry the 1. Your decimal goes straight down. 1 plus 5 makes 6, and 2 plus 2 makes 4. So we know she has $46 in the bank, and she spent $19.79. So the only thing we have to do now is take the $46 and subtract it, because she needs to pay the store this amount of money, and then we can find the difference. You have to borrow, that's a 5, that's a 10. Borrow again, that's a 9, that's a 10. 10 minus 9 is 1. 9 minus 7 is 2. My decimal goes straight down. I have to borrow. This becomes a 15. Minus 9, that's 6. And 3 minus 1 is 2. So we know that she will have $26.21 left over in the bank after spending $19.79.